Beverly Hills, and everyone who's anyone in the entertainment business has a house here. Recently, I spent the day with an international star who lives here, a woman who's been called one of the world's greatest beauties. And now, at 52, she's still living life by her own rules. Do you think that beauty is an asset or a liability for an actress?
I think it's an asset. I think it's an asset and a liability. It's both.
Last year, in the acclaimed Claude Chabrol thriller La Cérémonie, Jacqueline Bisset played a bourgeois gallery owner.
C'est fou, on peut jamais être tranquille.
Well, is it hard to find interesting roles as you get older?
Well, no, it's not hard. The difficulty is to find things you haven't done before. If you don't want to keep repeating yourself. And I get asked to do the same stuff over and over again. And I say no to quite a few things for that reason.
But she also says yes to quite a few things. In the recent TV movie, End of Summer, she plays a misunderstood 19th century spinster. And in the film September, a flamboyant Scottish woman who returns home after 20 years to die.
Because sometimes you read a script and it seems very full, and it is full, but there's nothing really underneath. You've got good moments, but there's no stirring underneath.
How much of an asset has it been in your career, being bilingual?
It just gives you another way of communicating. Plus, there are words in French that are just that much more delicious than in English. It gives you can be sexy.
In 1973, French director François Truffaut cast her in his film Day for Night, her international breakthrough.
I think choosing who you work with is frightfully important. And it's frightfully important to know whether those directors like women.
A lot of directors are intimidating, but what was it like to work with John Huston?
Intimidating. Intimidating, but rather wonderful. You felt like a fly in the hand of something big.
In those early years in Hollywood, did you do any work that now you look back and you think, God, I wish I hadn't done that?
No, I don't regret anything. Sometimes I felt like the experience of The Deep was a difficult one because that was something that had so little to do with what it ended up being for me. So when it was summed up by a sort of wet t-shirt thing, that was hurtful to me because it was not the experience I had. To a degree, I've allowed myself to be exploited by not being smart enough to see what was coming.
So in 1981, she co-produced the film Rich and Famous with Candice Bergen to gain more control over her work.
The production side of it was difficult and quite an eye-opener about a woman in a man's world kind of thing. But I've got over it now. For a while afterwards, I was a bit shaken by the experience.
In her Spanish-style home, Jacqueline shares a down-to-earth private life with her dog, Scruffy.
We tear up and down the stairs here. I chase him in the garden.
And she's often spotted driving her classic Cadillac convertible.
I think it's the coolest car. It's the most American car there. It's the epitome of American for me, which is about the only American thing I have in my house, in my possession.
The man in Jacqueline's life is a Turkish martial artist, Amin Boztepe.
I enjoy a man doing something different to what I'm doing.
Though she has no children of her own, in her new film, The Courtesan, she plays a woman in 16th century Venice, instructing her daughter.
And I teach her mainly is what she has to know men. So I teach her about what men are like and what they need.
And although Jacqueline has had many men in her life, including ballet dancer Alexander Godunov, she has never married.
I didn't like the idea of being possessed, I suppose. But there's part of me that wants to be possessed, but possessed in the right way. And then another part of me that, claustrophobic, whoa, let me live, I don't want to be held down. But I could do it now. I could, I think.
You were quoted once as saying that at a certain stage in your life that you would trade Hollywood for Paris. Are you getting near to that stage?
No. Okay. I figured you don't have to trade one for the other. You can just keep both.
In Beverly Hills with Jacqueline Bisset, this is Bridget Bass for The Entertainment Show.